live now. Hello everyone, and good evening if you like me in Europe or somewhere to the east of us, and good morning if you're in the US or somewhere else west of us. So, this is already the third session of our actual play of Heroes of Baldur's Gate, which is an absolutely lovely and beautiful book in the DM's Guild by James Olin, who was the lead designer on the Baldur's Gate games. And this time around, once I start the session, we're going to have 4 players. So the person who did all the lovely intro stuff and did the post-production and editing and everything is going to be one of our players. Yeah, so today we're going to be joined by Nico. As usual, the session is going to be me talking live now for a few minutes, and then I'm going to hand it over to past me, because we pre-recorded the sessions for, well, mostly logistics, because we actually play around a real table, and not everyone who is part of the team lives around the corner, and so we always have to organize that people drive 2 hours or more to get here. And so thank you to all the players who did this. We're also in the third session overall, in the second day of recording this, so a few changes all around. And we also thought that another player was going to join us, so we had planned for a certain ranger and his hamster, who just turned up at the end of the second session to join us as player characters, but then people fell ill and things got changed around. So instead there's going to be another character who's going to be taken over as a player character, and Minsk and Boo are going to remain NPCs. Things that you've planned but that change around on you while you're playing it's the usual thing that happens with role-playing games. And yeah, what's going to happen in this third session? The plan that I had going into the session was that the people should find out who is actually behind the Zhentarim plot in Baldur's Gate, and that did actually work out. They found out about it, and in the fourth session we're going to wrap up them trying to take out the heart of the organization in Baldur's Gate, and then we're also going to move on from the city itself. But this is the last session that's entirely Baldur's Gate city role-playing stuff, and there's going to be a lot of weird shenanigans and a lot of running gags that kind of evolve from out of things that are just part of the computer games, of the PC games. So things like, where does the music come from in the taverns if you never see a band, and how do spells work and how do groups work and everything. And also we kept using the real dungeon sets. We're still working with things that are pre-made, that we just rearrange and use, like furnishings and everything. And we realized that it was a lot of fun for the smaller characters to climb up on stuff. And you're going to see some of that once Max realizes that there's a lot more to use now. And that is the thing I love about real dungeons. As much as I like playing online, real dungeons give you these ideas that you can do this. And it's much easier to kind of realize that this is how you can interact with the world if you have a 3D dungeon terrain instead of a 2D map. No matter how beautiful the map is, if you can actually see, like, there's a height difference, what is this going to mean for my character, and it's just more fun overall. We are also going to see each other again after the session, and I'm going to do a little outro, and I'm going to explain how this is going to go on, because starting with the fourth session, even this intro will not be live, because I'll be traveling, or rather we'll be traveling all of Orkenspalter TV. Orkenspalter TV, yeah, that's our usual channel where you can see us doing stuff in German, because usually we're, apart from one of our players, we're not native speakers, so usually it's much easier for us to speak German and play in German. But if you know a little German, you can go there and find more of our stuff. Yeah, we'll be traveling, and so I can't guarantee that I will always have good enough internet to actually stream this, so I'm going to have taped introductions for the other sessions. But in the new year, once we pick this up, we are going to have a little break over the holidays. And once we're back, we're going to go live, and we're trying to make it a little bigger then and do a really nice finale around the last session. So, things I still need to say in preparation for this, that I'm not going to spoil too much, is mostly thank yous to a lot of people who made this happen. And that's, of course, the people at Wizards of the Coast who trusted us enough to take over the slot and do our thing and show the international community how we do it in Germany, tabletop RPGing. Maybe a lot less rule heavy than you might have thought, right? And also thanks to the people at Arcanum Worlds who allowed us to use the assets from the books, which are absolutely mind-blowing. It's such a beautiful book, really. Just you're going to see, like the illustration behind me that you're seeing now, and the character art and everything. Beautiful. They allowed us to use all that to brighten up and pretty up our videos. Thanks to all my players, and thanks to the people at Beamdog who hold the rights to the Baldur's Gate video games, who allowed us to use their assets from the games and music, and to Scott Buckley, who does really great remixes of video game music, and who also did one of the main theme of Baldur's Gate, which we used. For this, you're going to see it in a minute when I start the pre-taped session with the intro, which is absolutely awesome. And the intro itself was made by Nico, who you're going to see as a player today too. Yeah, so thank yous all around, and everything else I'm going to talk about in the chat while we're watching, or I'm going to talk a little bit about it after the session is over and explain how I've changed things around from how they are in the adventure module itself, and why I did that, and what the consequences of that are. Okay, so thank you for bearing with me in my rambling introduction. I'm now going to hand over to my past self and start this thing. Thank you very much, and see you in the chat and after the session. This is our third session of Heroes of Baldur's Gate, a D&D 5e adventure by James Olin that you can get at the DM's Guild. James Olin, author of the Baldur's Gate computer games, and we're playing a pre-sequel still, so it's set in between Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. So many of the faces of the characters might be familiar. We're getting another player character today.
Who is this fine fellow that suddenly appeared at our table?
This is Nico, and he's going to take over one of the NPCs that we've already met. You're going to be Khalid, and we stopped last session mid-fight. You were basically getting your butts handed to you.
I mean,
by two dwarves and two bugbears.
I've still got more than half my hit points.
Well, I don't.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I'm still at 5 HP. I mean, that's plenty for a mage, right?
I'm not too worried about
we're
you.
so screwed.
And then there was someone very loud and boisterous entering the fray with a, "Oh, there seems to be evil here that needs its butt kicked." And someone less boisterous, not boisterous at all. Someone rather shy also rounds the corner.
We've probably not even noticed him yet.
Probably not. No.
Especially from my point of view, he is standing behind Minsk. So
Yes.
if that is who it is,
My head's still ringing from the blow.
I can't see anything. I can only see bugbears.
Yes, you've turned your back on what's happening there with the dwarves and the ranger who's now coming in. But Zan and Alan Crookwillow can see what's happening.
Yeah.
So the other known character from Baldur's Gate that we have as a PC is Zan, and he's being played by Eric. And then we have two original characters, Alan Crookwillow, a bard of the College of Whispers.
yeah, not that you would know.
Yes, he's not acting very bard-ish. And then we have Gwyn, who is a half-elf paladin of Helm, and still kind of growing into this role of protector. Yes. But she's doing quite fine at the moment. She's facing off against two bugbears to keep them away from Zan, who's been hurt quite a bit by now.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to give Khalid and Minsk their initiative. There's Minsk. And Nico, would you roll initiative for Khalid?
20.
20.
Oh. Fast off the mark.
Yeah.
Unlike
So,
you or your character.
Starting over with the next round, Khalid is actually the first one to act. What do you want to do? In front of you, there's Minsk going. Ah!
Okay, as Minsk is standing before me, I guess Khalid doesn't really know what's going on because he's just following Minsk into this alley.
Yeah.
And he's shouting, wait, Minsk, maybe we should first take a look at what's going on.
Minsk seems not to be inclined to first take a look at the situation. He's just going to bash things until they don't move.
Where did I find Minsk?
Yes, a quick interlude.
How did it come to be that we two are entering this?
The reason for the two of you being together in here are women. Especially Jaheira, your wife, and Dynahir, the witch, which is basically the boss of Minsk, or rather he's her bodyguard and following her around. And Jaheira met up with Dynahir and they exchanged a few things about what they know, what's going on in the woods and in the city. And Dynahir said that she was going to send Minsk to take a look at what the group that you sent with the Zan is doing and to get a report. And Jaheira basically just sent you along. Khalid is not sure whether she just wanted you out of her hair or whether she actually thinks you could do something. And yeah, she basically said, take a look at what they're doing and help them out. The last time you saw Khalid was when he was leaving the Elfsong Tavern with his wife Jaheira after having met you and Imoen there, or rather traveling there with you and meeting Imoen. And last time you saw him, he was also an NPC, being played by me as the Dungeon Master. But for complicated reasons that I could explain right now, but I'd rather leave to the pre-show talk, he's now being played by Nico, because we were planning with another PC and we changed things around a bit, and now's your chance to play Khalid.
And now he's here, everybody.
The most self-assured hero of them all. Yes.
I'm not sure which of us is more self-assured.
I am very, very sure that I am correct in my assessment that this party is doomed.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah, and until a few seconds ago, also might have been true. But now there's Khalid who's not doing anything, obviously, or are you trying?
Now there's Minsk.
Yes, but it's your turn.
It's my turn. So I try to step out of Minsk's shadow
Yes.
to take a look. I mean,
Good luck with that.
I can't really see what's going on because of the giant tower that appeared out of nowhere in the middle of Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
You see?
The skyline changed a bit. So
Camera
you
clips
move,
through.
you move a few steps to the side, and
Yeah.
you can see two dwarves who are fighting Zan
Oh, no.
and Alan Crookwillow, and you can also hear noises of more fighting going on around the corner, deep grunts and growls, and also a female high-pitched voice that goes, "By hell!"
Yes.
Okay, so I think I do what Minsk intended to do, and I charge into battle and attack the closest dwarf.
How far can you move?
Oh.
30 feet? Or
30 feet, I
30
imagine.
feet, yes.
probably,
So
yes.
those were
10.
10,
I think he could just make it to
Yeah.
the
20,
first wall.
yes, you can
you can reach the first dwarf.
exactly reach the dwarf. Are we going to play with the optional rules of pincer? I think in this case we're going to, because you're now exactly opposite of
yeah.
Alan Crookwillow, so you get advantage.
Nice.
Oh, great. 19, 14.
We're going to take the 19, which is a hit.
4.
Plus,
No,
there was
No.
already...
Plus
roll the
just
one.
yeah.
it happens.
Tink! Now, next one up is actually the bugbear,
Oh,
one of
no.
the bugbears in
Oh,
front of
no.
you. And
You're
what is your
fine.
AC?
18 because I have a shield.
He misses. Yes. And the other one misses too. You're lucky.
No, I have a shield.
Minsk. Minsk is, oh, well, Khalid, you go first. And the hamster goes second. And he then charges into the situation, and he's just coming up next to Khalid, towards me,
So here.
and going to attack the other dwarf.
Uh-huh.
While on his shoulder, there's, and he manages to actually hit because he's got advantage. And the rodent on his shoulder goes, squeak!
Which translates to a fierce battle cry, of course.
Oh, that sound I know.
He's holding on to the shoulder pad of the armor and showing his tiny rodent teeth very fiercely.
I think I'll look over my shoulder now and just do a little double take when I see the hamster.
Alan!
Alan. The first thing Alan is going to do is, seeing that Zan is pretty bloody and beaten up, use a
Yes.
bonus action to cast Healing Word on him.
Oh,
Nice.
So that is 1d4 plus my modifier, so charisma, so d4 plus 3. It's 5 hit points.
That doubles up my current hit points.
Spell slot. And then I will use a cantrip. I'm going to use Vicious Mockery. How are the two dwarves in front of me looking
Can
currently?
you cast with action and bonus action?
Yes,
If
as
the
long
one is the cantrip.
It's a cantrip.
if it's cantrip, then it's fine.
so the dwarf directly in front of you, to the right, seen from Alan's point of view. He's shorter and a bit tinier than the other one, and he's also already bleeding. And the bigger one, with his dark armor and black helmet and dark beard bristling from underneath the helmet, he looks far more buff, and he doesn't seem to be phased at all by Khalid going plink
Okay.
against.
But
armor.
considering that Minsk has just charged in, I will cast Vicious Mockery and basically just say, "All right, you hairy bugger, you've had it now." He needs to make a
On which one?
on the
bigger one.
The bigger one, yeah, because I think he's the one that I've annoyed the most. He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
No, he's not very good at that. Is a 6 enough?
No. He takes 1d4 psychic damage. 3.
And he failed the save.
And he has disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes before the end of his next turn.
Because you've mocked him.
Yeah.
So very
Viciously.
Yeah.
Zan, it's your turn.
Oh, great.
Aren't you feeling better now?
Slightly. For odd reasons I'm not going to go into, but I've heard the sound of squeaking, so I'm going to viciously attack the smaller dwarf that hit me with my sword.
Is it actually a vicious attack?
No,
Ah.
no. I'm also technically still blade singing, so. Right. That is a natural 20.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Then give me
Damage.
double die damage.
Should I roll 2 or should I just double up?
Oh, roll 2.
Roll 2.
I like that one.
More dice rolling. That's 13.
13.
Yes.
Nice. Ah! What? A little bit of his beard peels off. This.
That's what.
We didn't agree on this.
Haha!
That's what happens.
How many damage did you make?
13.
13, and that only cut his beard.
It cut a bit deeper, but
Yeah.
for him, the beard is the more important bit. So one of the braids in his beard just peels off.
Oh, yes.
Underneath, there's blood, and he actually.
But he doesn't care about the blood. He just
Yeah, he doesn't care about the
beard, yeah.
blood and the muscles and the bone. He cares about fear.
Fun fact, that's my entire hit point pool.
13.
13.
Wow. Level 3 mages.
Yes.
Lovely. Now it's the turn of the dwarf in the big armor, and he looks down at the viciously mocking halfling.
Not that much down.
And he reaches up and takes off his helmet and says, "You want to say that again? You
Okay, again.
get lost, stupid fairy."
Do I know him too?
Yeah, you can recognize the voice. That's Kagan, not very lovely dwarven mercenary that you might have.
Oh, this day is getting better and better.
Yeah, let's end this on a low note. And
We could agree on that, actually.
first, I'm going to make this one even half as tall, and he tries to cut Alan in half. What's your AC?
16, he
Alan?
has disadvantage.
Oh, he has a disadvantage. You're right. Then you're lucky you didn't get the natural 20. But he does get a normal hit in, and that's 8 hit points.
That's fine.
How are you feeling,
I'm
Alan?
good. I'm bright as rain.
You probably say that on 1 hit point though.
Yes. Oh, just but a scratch.
So if you cut him in half, is he becoming a quarterly?
He's going to become a quarterly.
No one's gonna cut him in
2
half.
quarterlings.
But
He's
he
becoming
managed.
two
He managed to get his daggers in between and only gets a cut across the rib cage.
It's fine. It's all good.
I've had worse.
Gwyn.
I've had worse.
Finally! Okay, I've had enough of this. Have any of these bugbears, have either of them actually taken any damage so far from me?
Yes,
Have
yes,
they done
yes.
anything?
The one to your right, this one, is already limping, and there's red splatters all over his fur,
Excellent.
and he's got a cut across his muzzle.
Okay. I was just thinking if I should use my sacred weapon.
That's completely up to you and Helm.
That's true, actually.
I think
Well,
I've used up my
Gwyn-
spell slots, so that was it.
Gwyn is still not sure whether becoming a paladin of Helm was not kind of a clerical error on part of the gods. Did we do the one in
I
the
think-
first
I think we did,
session
yeah.
already? I still like it.
That's
Perhaps.
fine. Yeah, but it doesn't really now.
Could become kind of catchphrase, right?
The clerical error.
The clerical
Becomes
error.
The clerical error.
I'm going to use Channel Divinity.
Oh, and what are you going to do with channel divinity? What are your
I'll
options?
use that, yeah. I am going to use it to make my weapon sacred, and so I can add my charisma modifier to my attack rolls. It also emits a bright light and becomes magical.
Yes.
So
So you raise your
yeah.
sword, and suddenly the blade starts to shine in a golden light with a slight silver tinge,
and then
and there's a ringing and singing in the air, almost a tiny bit like the moonblade that Zan is swinging
Oh,
around,
nice.
just
Hmm.
more glowy,
and I'm not
More
sure.
More glowy.
More glowy.
even more glowy. Yeah,
And
yours shines more like moonlight, and hers is now
Ah, I
like
see,
fire and
I see,
sunlight.
yeah.
You want to watch out, Zan? I think you've got a bit of competition.
Helm, smite thee! And then I'm gonna basically smite this.
You
mofo here.
smite.
Hope I smite. That's
That's
longsword 14 plus my charisma modifier, 17 to hit.
Oh yes, that's actually a hit. Yes. So do damage.
Oh my goodness. 4 slashing damage.
You do have a bardic inspiration, or did you just use that?
I can't use that on damage.
Not on damage.
No, not damage.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Although maybe that's a
I
different.
don't get a damage roll. I just get an attack roll. And it's
Okay.
yeah, unfortunately, that's just 4. But 4 very magical damage.
Very holy damage.
Very glowy damage.
It looked nice.
He gives off. He
Yes.
gives off a surprisingly high-pitched squeal.
Haha!
And tries to.
Worry not, friends. I will stand between you and the bugbears.
Oh my
And
goodness.
behind you, I like her. The second dwarf.
We have 2 of them now.
This is very, very insecure whether he should deal with the mage in front of him first to cut off a bit of his beard, or with the giant ranger in his back. And he decides to turn around and try and cut the ranger.
Who is 2 or 3 at least, as we have all learned.
That's a miss. And he doesn't look so sure of how this fight is going anymore. Khalid,
I do the same thing all over again.
you're going to attack.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So we're going
You've
to
got
question
advantage.
your involvement and then attack?
Yes.
So the same
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
Okay, 22.
22. You could roll.
With
you
advantage.
You have advantage. You can
Still
roll
advantage?
Yes,
Okay.
because you still have them pincered.
And you
Yeah,
might,
but why should I? Okay, do I have to?
you might get a
You
crit.
could.
It
A
doesn't
net
care, it
20.
doesn't- Yeah,
Could be a net 20.
22 it is.
Could be. That's a hit. No problem. Do damage.
8.
Ah! He seems to have realized that taking off the helmet was not a good idea when you actually cut him back of his neck and into his hairline.
But for dramatic effect.
Yes, for dramatic effect. I never liked you.
Blimey.
Well, that feeling is mutual. So.
The bugbear, the really hurt one, he disengages
Okay.
and starts scrambling up the wall.
Which wall? This wall?
This one. Yeah, this wall.
Oh, do I get an Oh, no, because he doesn't.
He's
okay.
disengaging, so you don't get an
Damn.
attack of opportunity. He goes, Coward! Not for this money! Not for this money, Kagan!
Coward!
Good. The other bugbear.
So I just stand there and think about why he doesn't like me.
Yes.
Yeah. What did I ever do
Personally
to him?
offended.
You think he
Didn't we
might
ever
just not
talk?
like
I think
you?
he only talked to Jahira and I stood behind her and
Probably, yes, but he didn't like Jahira either.
yeah, okay, that's problem, yeah.
Doesn't like you by association.
The other bugbear growls, Coward!
I agree!
He still tries to hit you. AC
Try
is...
18 still.
I rolled a 19.
Damn.
Plus 4.
I was too busy agreeing with him.
Yes, you were.
All right.
That's 9 hit points.
Ah!
That's kind of smart.
Yeah.
That is scary.
So yeah, I'm probably going to stumble aside a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm bleeding quite heavily now.
I mean, if you were made out of money, he would like you. So,
Moose goes.
Yeah. But if I was made of money, I wouldn't have attacked him because
that's true.
I should have held a sword if I was made
I
of money.
am the reaper of the wheat of evil.
Oh boy.
And then he cuts across the armor of the dwarf and actually cuts through at least a little bit, and then the tiny thing on his shoulder goes and jumps directly into the face of the dwarf, scrabbling at the face mask of the helmet, trying obviously to get at something soft in there.
Very good.
But he misses.
Oh.
There, yes.
There are actually
There are
stats
actually-
for Boo in this
There are
adventure.
stats for
Okay.
hamsters.
Yes.
Yes. Very important.
This is perfect.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Then.
Yes, I mean, I might as well, right?
Doesn't it mind?
Make cake and not like me even more.
Was it your going before Zans
I
or?
thought it was because I healed him last time.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
Yeah. He's not about to faint anymore. So, you want to attack
Okay, whatever.
the dwarf right in front of you, or do you want to maneuver over to Kagan? Because you said you We're going to make Kagan like you even less.
I could technically, right, without taking... No, I couldn't. Okay, so I will just attack the dwarf in front of me. Again, with my shiny moonblade. That is... Oh, great. That is a 20.
That's a hit.
Yes, because moonblades are awesome. And that's 7 damage.
We have rolled already 3 1s on damage this round.
Lovely. Kagan.
Are you sure you haven't missed me out?
I missed you out, right? You're directly before before Zan. So
Yeah,
you were waiting for.
So I'm in striking pose, basically. Like
Yes, Alan. What do you want to do?
in slow motion, striking with the sword.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, it's all happening at the same time. I will. It's a shame I'm not a rogue, but I think what I will do.
Shame I'm not a rogue, he says. Looking like a rogue.
It was your decision.
It was my decision.
Actually, the miniature is called Halfling Rogue. So.
Well, there we go. That's just how it is. I'm just going to attack this guy with my rapier and my dagger. So I'm going to attack with my rapier as my main action. That is a 13 to hit.
That's not a hit.
I'm going to attack
You
with...
Don't you have
advantage.
advantage?
Oh, right, because we're doing pincer movements.
Yes.
In that case, it is a 23.
That's a hit.
So 1d8 plus 3 piercing, 4
Another
damage.
1 on damage.
No.
Unbelievable.
With my bonus action, I'm going to attack with my dagger, with my
How
offhand.
can you be so unlucky with the damage rolls? Go ahead.
Is that also with advantage?
That's still with advantage. Yes.
But
That's-
two 15s, so a 20.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And that's just the 1d4 without the modifier. 2 damage.
That's it.
I mean,
Close though.
Yes, yeah. As long as you don't roll off the table, everything's fine.
yeah.
Nice.
Or into a glass, which also happens.
Yeah, that'll be awkward.
Good.
Yeah, I think rather than sort of reply to what he said to me, I just start stabbing him. Because
Viciously or?
Yeah.
no, just normally.
Okay.
He would probably say something like, "If you want to fight, then fight. Don't talk."
So you mock viciously, but you stab normally.
Exactly.
He says, "Get off!" and lifts one of his heavy metal boots to try and kick you, but you dodge without a problem. So he just basically gets his foot tangled in your coat for a second and tries to get out of
While he's
it.
trying to get the boot loose, you see a shiny moonlight cutting into the dwarf right next to you.
Yes, Gwyn. You only got one bugbear left. The
Yes.
other one is
One bugbear.
scrabbling up the wall.
5
and,
hit
It
points.
sounds like you're dealing with your problems. You've just got the one bugbear.
Yeah. Exceptional. Right. Well, there's no way I'm gonna, move away from him or anything like that. So of course I will smite him as well. My sacred weapon lasts for 1 minute, so
That's still
it's
going.
still glowing. You may not be a coward, but you will die all the same. Yes, that's a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
Excellent.
Oh, that's decidedly more dead.
Excellent. That's 11 slashing damage.
Oh,
So
nice.
properly this time.
Finally.
Motivated by all the damage I've taken.
I think maybe the coward was right.
Oh, you took damage, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You need to make a concentration check for Shield of Faith.
Oh, damn. Why did you have to remember that?
Because I'm a stickler for the rules.
Yes, you are.
And, it's
And you
affecting
also
me.
wrote down that you need to think of
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
concentration.
So concentration goes...
The dwarf tries to hit Minsk
Can't
and
save.
misses
DC
widely. Khalid.
Oh,
Natural 1.
That's not good.
Shield of Faith goes.
oh well.
Yeah, it's the fighter thing
Yeah,
for the
I
first
try
few
to
levels.
hit
You
again
just
once more.
try to hit.
Still advantage?
Yes,
Okay, so it's 22 again,
that's a hit.
and 7.
7.
Oh.
Well, that's
Someone didn't
a bit
roll a
more.
1.
The bugbear tries to get back at you. 15?
No, actually my shield is in place, so...
He seems not so sure of himself anymore. Minsk goes, ah, there's more. No, there's not more where that was coming from. I only have one hamster. But there's more where this is. I am going to hit you with my sword. And that he does.
What an eloquent man.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a few lines memorized, and if he has to improvise, things go
Makes sense.
weird. Alan, the stabbing thing worked pretty well last time.
Oh, okay. Does mine go again already?
The dwarf, you're already. The dwarf is trying to get an overview of the battlefield. He sees one of his bugbears leaving. He sees the dwarf next to him staggering. There's someone stabbing and slashing at him from the back. There's Minsk screaming into his ear every few seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not really in a good place, so I think I'll just carry on with the stabbing.
So you can kind of see the gears turning behind his eyes as he tries to think about what to do next.
Okay, I will try and stab him in those eyes. I'm assuming with advantage still.
Yes.
So that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a hit.
For 10 piercing damage.
Oh, nice.
And then bonus action with the dagger.
Nice. Stabby.
Wow.
2 4s, so that's only a 9 to hit.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
That's a bad miss.
Didn't we forget Khalid?
No.
His turn was just so
dealt
quick.
damage.
Oh, he was
Because he's a low-level fighter.
Right.
Yeah.
I missed it because I was rolling concentration, yeah.
Zan.
Yes, let's expedite our success, I guess.
I guess.
And I will still Moonblade. Do I have advantage on that?
Yes.
Yes, that's very good.
You've got Minsk on the other side.
That's
that should
very
be
good.
double
That-
advantage.
It's really helpful.
Well, I have Minsk and Boo on the other side.
Yes.
Okay, so
Triple
that's
advantage.
20 to hit, dirty 20 to hit.
This is a hit.
A dirty 22.
That is, yes. And that's 10 damage.
10.
While the Moonblade cuts deep into the dwarf, hopefully.
So, what happens now is that the dwarf that you hit goes, ah! He drops his weapon and he tries to pry the hamster off his face. And says, I quit, I surrender, get it off my face! The bugbear kind of falters and tries to look back, and Kagan slowly lowers his axe and, fine. I'm not gonna die for this little money.
just holding the bugbear back.
Gwyn would be next.
Well, is he surrendering very clearly?
It seems, yeah, he's
Okay.
he's lowering his
Yes,
axe
surrender,
slowly.
you filthy abomination! In the name of Helm! Drop it!
Your bugbear goes, "Mm."
Okay.
And he looks up longingly at his partner who's already clambering across the roof. He's gone.
He's gone. Okay, excellent.
He licks his snout and this was not a good idea.
Definitely not.
So, well,
Definitely not.
anyone else still want to attack?
No, I'm fine holding him at blade point.
Minsk still goes, ah! Anyone want to do something about that? Minsk seems to be still going
No?
strong.
In berserker mode?
No, he's not raging, he's just not very bright.
I mean,
Minsk, they surrendered.
Oh! Well, gosh darn! I was looking forward to more of this. Come, Boo, come. No, he's not worth it. Did you get the eye? Good hamster.
so I've probably got both my blades pointed at, what's his name, Kagan?
Okay.
Kagan. I would probably also do the same as Gwyn and tell him to drop his weapon. Because he only lowered it, I think, thus far.
Yes.
Um,
He finally drops the weapon.
So we live another day.
Helm be praised.
You seem disappointed.
Well, somewhat.
Now, there are very good times for banter, but I think this is not one of them. So the question is, what do we do now?
That's a good question.
I want to slowly sort of circle with this bugbear and basically sort of force him.
So force them so we have them
Yeah,
kind
so
of...
we have them sort of surrounded. So I'm just like, you
Not a
know,
problem, yes.
shushing him over there.
Once you make it very clear that he doesn't.
He gets it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Why have you attacked us?
Because I was paid to.
I spit on the floor. Mercenaries.
I'm not quite sure of that, girl. Who paid you?
The weird halfling.
Look at you.
Now, I'm very sorry, but there's more than one halfling in this city, and
didn't
I'm
say
not.
anything.
I'm not weird.
I didn't say
He
anything.
was oddly specific, though.
Which weird halfling? There's plenty of those around. I know a few myself.
Are you going to let us go?
Well, I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
If I give you information.
We do not banter, barter, or negotiate with criminals.
Don't listen to the...
I mean, you're not really the one in the position to be making demands currently, so I will find
I'm
out.
making an offer.
I'm not interested in your offer. I'm interested in finding out information, and then I will decide, or we will decide, I suppose, this is somewhat of a thrown together democracy, what happens afterwards.
Oh, is this what this is?
Shall we say, perhaps the quality of the information you provide us will influence what happens to you. So please, the floor is yours. Or it will be if you're not bloody careful.
That was a lot of words for exactly what I was proposing. I give you information. You let us go. So, yes, we've been hired by a halfling who works for the Black Network. They might know him. I don't know if you know him.
Well, give me a description.
Short, angry, stabby. Hey,
It fits you very well, though.
What, me? I'm not angry. I might be a bit stabby, but I'm not angry. Short, no one can fault.
Okay.
usually, for at least for some time, traveled with a mad mage. Well, not that mad mage, but mad anyways.
Do you have a name?
I have a name, yes. Yeah, you want to know the name of him. Montaron.
Montaron.
Halfling or the Mad Mage?
It feels like we've been here before.
We have?
Do you know this name?
Do you know this alley?
I'm sure we've
Yes,
been,
I think it, I
we've been
think
to any and every alley in Baldur's Gate, right?
That is true.
Not that many.
That is true.
Also, I think this is actually the alley you stood in holding her chainmail.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it is. It is. So I've been.
You're
I
wrong.
mean, before today.
Right.
well, and
So is that the name of the halfling or the mad mage?
The halfling.
It's the
Do you
halfling.
know the name of the mad mage?
Yes, and they know it too.
It's Czar.
Czar.
Yes.
Who's Czar?
And he's not technically. Well, he is kind of mad, but mostly.
Yeah, how long's it been since you last saw him?
That's a good question, DM. How long has it been?
Oh, I think at least a few months.
It has been at least a few months.
Right. Okay. How long ago did you take this contract on our heads?
Today.
Today. Where?
Yes. Well, nearby, at one of their headquarters, which you were sniffing around, which is why I was ordered to take you out.
That is preposterous. They were merely collecting donations, I believe.
innocent look.
I'm sure the truth lies somewhere between these points of view. Anyway,
Now, can we go?
I
Or
mean,
at least can I go? You can keep the rest.
I give you a very incredulous look.
why me? I mean,
You're talking to him.
of course I'm talking to him. We need to find out information as to...
Do
You're
you
not
have a
letting him
way
go,
in,
are you?
actually, Kagan? A way into the headquarters?
Well, you knock, and if they know your face, they let you in.
Wonderful. You just ensured that you are not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think it would be a very bad
Wait.
idea. Because what's to stop you for just running back there and going, oh, sorry, didn't really work out. Oh, sorry. Send more men. Tougher than we thought.
You could let me go, and I promise you I will not go back there.
You don't strike me as someone who keeps his promises. No offense.
Excuse me. I usually keep to my contracts unless my life is threatened. You are threatening my life.
Damn right.
Well, that we did, yeah.
I tell you what. What do you want to do?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yes.
Well,
Clearly, you seem against the idea.
these
of
are clearly
letting them go.
criminals who've been hired to murder other citizens, and we should take them back to the authorities, and so they can be charged with, attempted murder.
Okay.
I think.
What would an appropriate punishment be? I mean, I haven't murdered anyone that we know of.
I don't know. I'm frantically going through. What do I know about the laws of Baldur's Gate? I suppose they would be blocked in prison.
Or perhaps exiled?
Perhaps.
You want to do something, Nico?
No, I just want to know, what do Minsk and the two of us know about Montaron and Dar? Do I remember correctly that we maybe traveled together for one day near the Friendly Arm and then decided very soon that...
That this is not going to work out. Yes.
And they always complained, and we always complained.
And Jahira complained. Yeah. Yes, basically that's what happened. And then at some point, the leader of the group just said, "Oh, fine, you go your way.
Yes.
We're going to find another rogue and another mage, and we're going to be... Oh, no, yeah, Zen, you're your mage. It's fine. And
Because
we kept going.
certain mine would be a good place to swap
Yes,
out.
I guess
for.
probably in the mines you decided to...
And we just left them there.
Basically.
Flooded the mine.
No, that was a different mine.
So it has been more than a few months then. But whatever.
Maybe this is why they want revenge, because they got left in a mine.
You think they made it out of there, obviously.
So what do we remember about them apart from that?
You remember Montaron being someone who likes to complain, especially about the people he's traveling with, that they are goody two-shoes, which is kind of a double thing for him as a halfling not wearing any shoes.
Yeah.
And Zara was mostly muttering to himself and saying nonsensical things and talking to people who were not there. And being creepy, generally. And you saw him raise skeletons at least once.
Well, there you go. I imagine while Khalid is reminiscing, I'm probably still deep in my kind of conversation with Gwyn.
Oh, right.
So here's the thing, right? We take them to the authorities.
Yes.
They will probably get something like exile. Maybe have to pay a fine. Now, all I'm saying is we can cut out the middleman. Probably also a good idea because we don't really want to make too much fuss about the Zhentarim yet. They're kind of staying very undercover.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, and at this point I turn back to Kagain, leave us all your money and get out of the city and never come back.
I thought you wanted to use his face.
What?
Don't we need someone that is able to actually get into one of these buildings?
I mean, I imagine... Well, I have abilities that may help, and we don't need to employ his services.
I was not going to employ him per se.
Look, I was just using... Never mind.
I like the halfling steel. And he hands over a coin purse.
I kind of look for confirmation.
I mean, this is highly irregular, but I suppose under the circumstances...
Right.
How do you suppose we get into the building to check?
I told you, I have abilities. It's fine.
Why didn't you...
Sure.
We just let the evil people go?
Well,
Yeah, that doesn't seem right to me.
mean-
I agree with the large man.
well, I'll tell you what.
That's Minsk, and he has a good point, yeah.
Hello.
Hello,
What happened
dear
here?
lady.
What happened here anyway? Why did you get in a fight with these people?
I don't know, they attacked us.
I was paid to kill them.
No, okay.
They were trying to kill us.
Yeah.
Your
That's
stories
what
at least
happened.
match up. Okay.
But thank you for helping us.
Look, they're getting their just deserved punishment. That's all I'm saying. And Minsk, if you really want to go and serve proper justice, then you know where they're going. They're leaving the city. I don't even know his name. You fella.
You large man.
You large man. You can go and chase him if you want.
Is that a hamster?
I suggest.
Oh, yes. No. Sheath this weapon. This is not just a hamster.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, here it comes.
Oh, that
It's
was
a
bad.
miniature giant space
Here we
hamster,
go.
and his name is Boo.
Oh, lovely to meet you, Boo. I'm Gwyn.
It was not his whole life story this
I'll
time.
pet the hamster.
The hamster is cleaning itself, and it has tiny blood spatters on his face.
Oh,
and
well
hand,
done.
and the tiny pink hands.
Yes, good hamster killing the bad monsters. I hand it back. Okay.
He's a warm handful
It's very cute.
of cute but deadly fur.
Cute, but ugly.
Well, I thought I'd seen everything. Well,
I think I like this man.
Well, fine then, Kagan. Go, leave, and die somewhere else.
So you're not going to do anything else. You're just taking his money away.
taking his money and he's getting out of the city, and if he ever comes back, then he'll be in trouble.
How
If
do you
any-
know he'll actually go out of the city? What if he just goes around the corner and then...
Well, then if we see him again, then he's in trouble.
We will talk to our witch. Right, Boo? And Dinah here will tell us whether we should follow this up. Khalid, do you want to stay with them? I believe they can use the help.
Oh, yes,
we can.
sure.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe.
We are in dire need of a fearless leader.
I mean, don't worry.
I'm sorry I need to leave.
Oh, that's fine, Minsk. Don't worry about it.
Well, you all seem to know each other, so...
You know, I feel like I'm intruding in something that...
Yes.
But,
Oh, no, please stay.
I'll let them do their thing.
well,
I believe we will see each other again
Oh, nice. That's good.
and fight evil side by side.
Yes, indeed.
And again, here we go.
While this is going on, I'm just peering into the coin purse to see if there's actually anything in it.
Rough estimate, it would be around 50 gold
Yep, that's fine.
coins, gold pieces. Yeah,
Um,
just a few smaller denominations in there, but nice.
But
fat
at some
purse.
point during all this, my blade actually stops humming.
Yeah, same. Also, I'm going to now just take a step back and lay on hands on myself. Just heal myself a little bit. Just,
I will tell
holy
Dinah
magic.
here and Jahira that you are bravely facing off evil in the city while we face off evil in the woods.
That sounds
I
like
will see you later.
a wonderful idea, fellow.
maybe don't tell the Church of Hound that we let a criminal go, but you know.
I will not.
Thank you.
We're not letting them go. They've paid just punishment. That's all I'm saying. We just saved ourselves a lot of time, and we don't have much time.
I suppose.
Minsk and Boo turn around. Or at least Minsk turns around, Boo looks over his round... There's not actually a shoulder on a hamster. So he peers back over his round, fluffy hamster butt.
Oh. Very cute. Bye, Boo.
Thank you.
Strange fellow. Strange hamster. If it's
He's-
miniature, but it's giant, doesn't that just... Sorry, did you want to say something?
Not important, no.
Okay.
And he's not that strange. He's a beloved friend, and I hope they'll erect a statue for him one day. He's a great person. I mean, he's not very bright, obviously, but he's
He seems to got
incredibly brave, and so
I mean, he did help us out, I guess.
I wouldn't put it past them to
got his
erect a
heart in the
statue
right
for him.
place.
Anyway, thank you for the assistance. Right. Okay, I've had enough of this. Go on, get out of here. You know the terms.
Then, until we meet again, maybe.
Or never, I hope, for your sake.
Probably.
you two look a lot alike. You know that?
We do?
The guy he talked about, Montaron, and you look very much. I mean, that's not racist or something, but I think you look like Montaron a little bit.
Right. Okay.
Oh, and they would know Montaron, wouldn't they?
Oh,
I
you mean
guess-
for the...
Oh, I see.
Face, yes.
Oh.
Right.
And you don't even have to pretend. You can just be your lovely self.
I mean, I don't... Okay, well, I don't know what this fellow looks like, but my plan, now that they've gone, I have the ability to disguise my appearance. So I can just pretend I'm him.
Can I go to? Asked the dwarf.
Yeah,
the other one.
I've let them all go.
Ah,
I
yeah.
assume
So
the bugbear.
both dwarves and the bugbear also.
But I'd also ask them to hand
Silence
over
away.
money or anything they have.
Yes. The bugbear hands over a chain with teeth.
That'll do.
Ew.
It's not so much more for my profit, more just to take something away from them.
Fair enough.
You know, you do
And
bad stuff, you lose things.
If it's your profit, it's also like you wouldn't say no, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. you
Say
know.
no to some teeth.
Does the other dwarf give me anything?
The other dwarf also hands you a coin purse if you insist.
Oh, yeah,
You
I
insist.
do insist.
So you just want to teach them a
Robbing
lesson.
them.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that robbery?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wasn't that just attempted murder?
It was, yes.
Exactly.
One
So
evil does not make... Two evil does not make one good.
you mean two wrongs don't make a right?
Yes. Yes. That's exactly right. I'm still learning, okay?
Yes. Well, I mean, if you think that, that's fine. That's not my personal philosophy. And seeing as no one else was willing to interject, then.
At the end of the day, what does it matter?
Besides, all I'm saying is perhaps we need to do things a little differently to acquire, like I said, resources and time.
Yes.
And we're 50 gold pieces up, at least.
Yes,
and
of
one
course.
tooth necklace. I'm
Very
sure I
nice.
could use this for something.
Sure.
I'm going to write it down.
Put that in your inventory.
It might be
It
important.
seems like it might be actually bugbear teeth. Probably not from the one wearing them.
From the
He
coward,
didn't keep
maybe.
his own teeth
No.
in case he might need them.
Oh, maybe it's baby teeth. It's hard to tell.
Maybe.
Bugbear teeth necklace.
Well, okay. Well, I will. You all seem to know what you're doing, and
So how
I will
much?
follow you for now.
How much money is there altogether?
You actually stop to count.
Well,
Maybe not right now.
maybe
You
not
said-
right now, but when next time we rest
This dark alley is the best place in Baldur's Gate.
to
Get
rearrange
your
your
purse and
equipment.
count your money. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I am very exhausted
Yes.
and could do with a bit of a nap somewhere.
Do we have the time?
Or do you think we should? Wasn't there the? Well.
What time is it?
Yeah.
It's afternoon.
It's afternoon.
So you've been trying to follow up leads since in the city since
But we
midday, and you've spent a few hours on that.
But I arranged a date with that man that I met.
Right.
And we know when they are leaving the house and when it will be less protected.
When are they leaving the house?
They're after work this evening.
Which is when exactly?
What man?
Right, we got a plan. Before all this happened, we had a plan.
Oh wait, do I know about where we messaged, right?
Yeah, we messaged. We had
yeah.
our link.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I think it just said in the evening. I don't remember.
So probably after like sundown.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. So probably not enough time for a long rest
Between now and when?
this evening, or no?
No.
Well, maybe just a breather,
Short rest is not a problem.
but not here.
Okay.
I just need time to gather myself and re-examine my mystical abilities,
And your coin purse.
and I need to count some money.
Shall we go back to the inn then?
Yes, perhaps back to the Elf Song Tavern
Yeah.
for a little rest.
Sure.
The inn is still the same as always, since the windows are pretty grimy. It's like dimly lit by a few candelabras, and there's music playing somewhere. You're still not sure where actually the musicians are. And, well, there's a few patrons, but nothing that kind of sticks out.
I'll get something to eat or drink or something and just...
Yeah. It's pretty basic what they're serving, but it's okay.
I'll count my money.
You count your money, and you have 62 shiny new gold pieces, 4 silver, and 3 copper.
Nice.
Copper for silver.
How many bugbear teeth?
And 8 bugbear teeth.
8 bugbear
Eight.
teeth.
Okay.
There isn't the
They seem to be the canines.
Ooh.
So if at least 2 bugbear sets of canines, or maybe more bugbears that lost each lost one. It's hard to tell whether they belong together because the teeth are crooked. Who cares?
Maybe they regrow when they lose them.
Oh.
Or maybe it's some kind of a ritual. If you lose a fight, then you lose one tooth or something.
Well, he didn't hand over a tooth to you, so
No.
maybe it's just among bugbears.
So
There,
I- so
you
you're
try out a
still-
few theories where the bugbear teeth might have come from while you drink and eat and rest.
I will rearrange the money, so I will give everyone else 15 gold pieces.
Oh.
Oh.
Thank you. I will spend some time meditating and use arcane recovery to get a level 2 spell slot back.
I have no spell slots.
I've used
And
mine.
I can't accept it.
I
keep your-
think I get them back on a long
My,
rest.
my wife is responsible for our financial things, so I'm
I-
not allowed to.
I mean, are you sure? I mean,
Yeah, please keep your money.
no, nobody has to know.
Oh, she will. She will. Believe me.
All right, you know what? With that, look, fair.
Yeah, paladin spells recharge on a long rest, don't they?
Yep. So.
But my
it's-
channel divinity has recharged, so I can glowy sword again.
And I can use actually one of my what are they called?
Hit die.
Hit dice. Thank you.
I'm gonna use mine too.
So where did you set up the meeting with the guard?
8 Constitution is
You're
great.
supposed to meet you at the Elson Tavern?
I think so. Yes.
And also, you remember that the Elson Tavern has basically it has a back door, and there's a porch where you can actually look over at the building that seems to be the Zhentarim headquarters.
Oh, I see.
So just to refresh and remember.
Well, perhaps he shouldn't probably find me here because he's going to insist on, or
Actually,
he's going to
having a
recognize
date.
me and then don't.
Actually having a date.
No one wants to role play that.
Well,
I don't.
we have more important things to do, so I'm.
And
going
you still don't know what a date actually is.
That
or
is
what
also
that
true.
entails.
I agreed to it, but
You've heard of them.
yeah, I've heard of them.
It's what people do who aren't in paladin orders.
Yeah. So I'm probably yeah, maybe I should go out. But I think when I finish my food and drink, I'll let these guys count their money or whatever, and I'm going to go out back and try and sort of hide a little bit in the door or something to just kind of watch the
back door?
Yeah, out of the back
Ah.
door to watch the.
You go upstairs and you need to walk through a room that you haven't been in before, and
Oh.
there's actually a troupe of musicians who suddenly stop as you walk in. Suddenly it's quiet in.
Carry on.
Yeah, it's our practice room.
I'm just going to show the symbol of Paladin order. Just
Yeah, sure.
I don't mean to be disturbing you. I'm sorry. Shuffle past them
Yes.
awkwardly. Sorry.
Okay, again from the top. Same piece. As always. 1, 2, 3, 4, and
Yeah, and I'm just gonna
start up.
So you see, I've heard that in some taverns they have minor magical enchantments and just play the same song over and over again. I believe that's what's here. Because there's absolutely nowhere that, I mean, why would musicians just play the same thing over and over again, It's almost unheard of.
So I'm on the first floor now.
Yes, you're on the first floor.
Look out the window.
We're deep in conversation about
Yeah, so I was like, oh, it's that same song again.
the
Oh,
finities
that song.
of tavern ambiance.
That song that's called, that's known in all of Faerun as the Tavern song.
Ah, yes, that old classic.
Yes, there's this a wooden porch. It looks a bit ratty, but it would probably hold your weight, although you're wearing a chainmail and everything.
Yeah, I'm still very.
And a shield.
And a shield.
And a long sword.
So you can kind of glimpse down into the back lot of the Zhentarim headquarters, and you see that the windows here are also barred, but you can see one door that's half open and someone standing in there, and having a quiet conversation. You can't really, you could roll on perception
Yeah,
if
like
you can pick up the
Try
words.
and listen, see if I can hear him.
Are you still bardically inspired?
No, because it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's
It was longer
unfortunate.
than 10 minutes.
That's
well,
unfortunate.
Perception. That's the 12.
It's a 12. You can hear something the spiders, and I really don't like them. They should go back to the woods. The halfling is weird. But more you don't get.
Okay. Spiders. Okay. Well, I'll just keep an eye out
Mm-hmm.
if something
door.
happens. Yeah.
Yes. Then someone yawns and says, "I have to feed the merchandise," and then the claw dozes. The door closes again.
Feed the
Feed the
merchandise.
merchandise.
Mhm.
Oh dear.
That doesn't sound good. Not that I'm there.
Well, I actually asked if we have time or not, but whatever.
Okay.
Oh, we're having a short rest. We're in the tavern. She snuck off by herself. She's a big girl. She can take care of herself. I'm sure she's absolutely fine. Or did you just excuse yourself for going for the toilet, just not told us where you're going?
No, I know. I would have probably said where I'm going. Just keep an eye on the building.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Are we talking about the same person?
Hey.
There's some lights going off, and then other lights, and other candles being lit in the building, and it's slowly dusk is settling over the city, which doesn't change anything about the noise level. Generally, the musicians are still trying to get it right.
Just perfect.
Yeah.
The one song just right.
So is there an actual back door out of the tavern?
Yeah,
Okay. Good.
and it leads down to the back lot of the tavern, but there's a fence, a wooden fence, about 2 meters high between
sort of
this back lot
separating-
and the other one.
Okay.
Yes, since you're on the first floor, you can look over the fence,
Yeah.
but if you go down,
Okay.
yes, it is not new, but it looks pretty sturdy.
Okay. Well, I'm a good climber, but
In chainmail.
I mean, it's
Not bad.
it's I guess I'm not very stealthy, but I'm quite strong. So yeah, I'm gonna go back downstairs
Yes.
and look into the tavern and see if the dude is there.
At that moment, the door opens,
Oh, no.
and that dude actually comes in, and he's brought a wingman with him, the other guard that you saw. And they're talking, and he starts looking
I'm
around.
just gonna hide behind the wall.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Do we
peer around the
notice
corner.
her hiding
I'm gonna
behind
try
the
and make
wall?
eye
What's the
contact.
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 13.
11.
Down to the left,
There.
lower. Right
13,
there.
yeah.
13. So the 2 guys with 13, you notice her peeking around the corner and going.
So
then
your bugbear
disappearing
teeth,
again.
are they magical? Do you think there's spellbound into this?
I mean, there could be.
Yeah.
I'm no expert in such matters, but possibly. It's very possible. I mean, Dan, do you reckon you could have a look?
I could, but we've had that conversation about our friend and her friends.
Oh, them. Yes.
Do you know these people that just came in? Because apparently she does.
I think I observed what she
you
was doing.
observed.
So
Yeah, you think, yeah, it's the one she talked to at the door.
Oh yeah, when you were an old woman. I remember.
Yes.
yeah, I think
That is something that actually happened.
the sentences one says
Okay.
in Dungeons and Dragons. I imagine Alan, like he's sort of been rather at ease since like the end of the fight, but I imagine when he sees them, he suddenly goes straight back into like business mode. Right, okay. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I can't really exactly remember what the plan was here. It was kind of all a bit vague and muddled, but they're in here looking for our mutual friend, and I don't know. I guess we could just go and talk to them, abduct them. I don't know. Did we make a plan? I don't think we did.
So now they have
We did, but
shift
if you
change.
can't remember it, then that's just
I mean,
too bad.
that's more my problem than Alan Crookwillow's.
Well, I know, but I think originally the plan was that we would just kind of want to be. Well, we wanted to go there when there was less guards. I think that was the only plan we had.
On shift change, yes.
Yeah, so if that's
Oh, okay.
so assuming that I mean, maybe there's the same amount of guards. Who knows? But
Okay, if that was the plan, I go, okay, right.
I don't know.
Have they coming through the front door?
Yes.
Right, out the back, come on.
Finally.
Do you
Just
leave
go with
money
it.
for the
Okay.
tab?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have not finished with my drink.
Take it with you. I just can't.
I can't- I
I
can steal the cup.
Then just hurry up, you know?
Okay, I hurry up and leave the cup.
While walking out, and then just one step back in, on the counter, out we go.
That's exactly what I mean.
There's a slightly frazzled-looking half-elf paladin.
Finally.
How much do the drinks cost? Is it 4 silver and 3 copper, perhaps?
Yes, maybe.
There we go.
She doesn't care.
Okay.
I know.
I just gave you the number to explain that there was not a set amount in those gold purses, coin purses.
Yeah.
It was
I
just,
mean, no, I'm sure there
But
wasn't.
it's actually slightly randomized.
What?
yes, I'm randomizing things.
The magic of Dungeons and Dragons.
So now you want to be the dwarf.
Oh, right, yes.
Right, well, no, I can't because I've not got enough magical energies left. But I thought
I
I
see.
looked like this other guy.
Yeah. A
Okay.
lot.
Yes. You kind of.
I mean,
actually.
if you know him and you
Yeah,
say so.
vaguely.
I mean, there's also a back entrance we could use. I could give you a lift over the fence if you want. No?
Yeah? Okay, are we going to try?
Sure.
Okay,
Why not?
so back entrance? What do you think?
Come again?
There's a back entrance to the building. I saw it. You know. Also, they
Okay.
said something about spiders and coming from the forest, and they also had to feed the merchandise, which doesn't sound very.
Oh, that's
good.
not good. I assume we are interested in said merchandise.
Are we?
There was something about spiders.
I don't like the sound of that, to be honest, but I guess we must for the orphanage and also Baldur's Gate.
Because
Right.
they are probably not feeding the spiders hay.
So the merchandise
No.
is spiders from the forest.
Yes. But okay,
Oh,
we're
they are-
interested in the food.
And
Possibly
they
interested
are
in the
looking for
food.
someone to provide food for the spiders.
Probably
Oh.
probably people, yes.
Yeah.
I would assume it's
Or
people.
very big flies.
Well, we should definitely get in there then as fast as possible.
Yes. That's what I was getting at.
Very big flies.
Yes. Oh, the big spiders. Back entrance then. Right. Where is it?
Yes,
Come on, lead the
let's
way.
go.
Okay. I lead the way out of the back door.
Yes.
And also, I saw the band upstairs.
What?
Lovely. Okay.
Mind blown.
Yes.
When she's leading you up there, you actually walk through the room with the band too, and they stop again.
Oh, I thought they were upstairs. Okay.
Yeah, you need to go out to the porch and then down. That's the
Very
back
good.
entrance.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
So,
Yes.
hello.
Look, it's the
This is-
orchestra.
hardly anyone ever comes in here.
Well, I'll be.
Oh, thank you. I was thinking about adding new songs to our
You know what?
portfolio.
No, just keep it the same.
I don't want to live in a world where there are 2 songs playing in a tavern. Would be terrible.
I mean, we are on our way to not living through another whole day, so you probably get your wish.
Okay.
Oh,
You-
don't be so pessimistic.
You guys carry on. I'm just kind of pushing everyone out.
Is there a hat or something? Or can I just flick them a silver piece or something?
Yeah, someone who's playing the viola has like
Oh,
the
yeah,
open
perfect.
case for the viola.
Perfect. I will just put 2 silver in there, whatever.
Tip the band.
Yeah.
No one knows is there.
Yeah. They have probably never seen, I don't know, money. I don't know.
Thank you. We were just rehearsing.
Well, they are musicians.
Then, for the gentleman who doesn't want to live in a world with 2 songs in a tavern, once more from the top, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Play the same song.
Very catchy.
So you don't believe that you live till tomorrow, or that life even makes sense, but you give them the
What
silver coins.
What are
because
this?
of-
Yeah.
Why?
Why are they like? What do
Why
they
do you
help
care?
me? What do they help me?
The silver coins?
Yes,
Okay. So you just could give all your money away.
I could. Yes.
And
By now you are downstairs. They are talking about the meaning of life and money on the stairs.
You know, I get the feeling this happens quite often with this group of people that we've stumbled into. We'll be trying to go somewhere, and they'll just start talking to each other randomly.
Oh, I see.
And then you need to wait.
And then,
So do you want to venture forth?
But just on the off chance, you know.
Yeah.
I have thought that we might fail our journey many times, and yet here we are. Still,
You boost him over the wall.
So maybe each time.
You give me an
each time
athletics
we
check
fail,
with advantage.
okay,
we just move to a parallel dimension where we don't fail.
And he gets advantage because you're helping.
maybe.
So we are basically immortal.
16.
Don't mind us, guys.
Yes.
So you're boosted up,
Oh, boy.
and you flank
That is
over
depressing.
and crouch down on the other side.
I'm going to message Zan. Come on, I'm already over the fence.
Oh. We should probably join the party.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
trying
giving them a
to
look.
Venture forth.
leave. Yes.
Trying to venture forth, yes. I will also...
I believe when you message, you have to like whisper into your hand, but yeah.
That's a whisper only your target can hear,
Yeah.
and I will
Come on.
message back. We are on our way.
Does either of you need I'm looking at you, sort of wizardy.
The wizardy weakling.
Well, I can't fly over. And I probably need to use athletics, right?
Yes.
So I can't
But
just.
she's offering
Yeah, I can
Okay.
give you
a boost.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, then you have advantage
Advantage on my athletics.
because
I need that. 16.
16. That's enough to get over.
7.
That's what I got.
Khalid stows his weapons, jumps, and basically just hangs from the top of the fence.
Should I, I mean, I could if you want. I mean, do you want me to... I'll just... I mean, I don't... I'm just gonna...
Okay.
awkward shuffling.
It's a very awkward situation where two people are stuttering at each other.
I will message both of them.
Please don't touch there, but yeah, fine.
I'm gonna sort of try and grab his legs and just kind of like this because he's a bit heavier, so I'm just like, you know.
Okay, so when you're doing all the work, you give me a strength check. Simple.
Doing all the work. Yeah.
Yes.
19.
She basically just lifts you over, and then your only thing you have to do on the other side is drop down.
Head first.
Maybe I'll manage, yeah.
Okay, Alan and Zan are already on the other side. Alan is already
Yeah.
crouched and in
Kind of dusting
encounter
off
mode.
my cloak.
Can I be inside a barrel?
Just because
Yes, there are actually a few broken old barrels and
Okay.
backlot.
I'll be sort of crouched inside an old barrel.
you crouch down and immediately become a barrel.
No, I just
No.
go into a barrel.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. Oh, right.
I'm just
yeah.
standing kind of around the corner and just stand there.
Do you believe it will work that way in Baldur's Gate 3?
Athletics.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Athletics, 16.
Yeah, no problem. You jump up. Get
Probably
over.
a bit noisy when I do
Yes,
that.
and then with the jingling of a lot of tiny little metal rings, you fall down the other side.
Okay, well,
Everything is silent for a moment. In front of you is the backside of the building you're trying to get into.
How big is the small kind of area that we're in?
It's a little bit crooked because the building is following the arch of the road on the other side, and it's roughly 12 to 16 square meters maybe.
Okay.
Do you need feet?
No,
No,
that's...
as in measurements.
Yeah.
Do you need some extra feet?
Yeah, it's a weird sentence too.
Is that a halfling saying? It's like, do you need a hand? But halflings go, do you need some feet?
Well,
it is
Is
now.
that how it works?
It is now.
Okay.
No, it's
halflings...
a thing now.
Halflings are very much staunch supporters of imperial measurements.
Because
Yes.
I see.
oh, so they actually are measured with halfling feet because they've got big feet.
Yeah, so I imagine halfling imperial is probably a bit smaller than... Let's not get into this.
Well,
It's sort of, it's not too big, but it's big enough. And there's just one door.
That's
Yes, there's
something.
one door on the backside, and another building
She could have
is
said.
just adjoining this one. So they share a wall,
Okay.
and the back lots are also almost sharing. There's another fence, but a much more crickety one, and there's also a door in that fence.
Okay. Are there any windows?
Yes, there are quite a lot of windows, but they're all barred,
Okay.
and you can see light behind two of them.
Right.
Is the next to the door? Is there a window on the ground floor?
Yes, there is.
Then I'm gonna sort of creep forward as stealthily as I possibly can, and then try to peer in through the window.
It's dark inside.
Okay.
But your half-elven eyes
Yes.
can at least pick out the...
Have dark vision. Yes.
Yes. Can pick out what is in there, and you see that it's basically a room set up for 2 people to sleep there. There's 2 chests, 2 small beds, and that's basically it. But right now, only one of the beds is occupied. Someone is lying down there and snoring slightly.
Then I'm gesturing to the others. Someone's sleeping in there. Maybe.
Nod.
Can you open the door quietly or something?
Barrel nods.
Helen, where did you go?
Alan!
Could you open the door quietly, please?
I'll message you. I'm in the barrel.
Yes, nice. Come out of the barrel now.
I come out of the barrel.
Yes.
We're the heroes.
You want me to try and open the door?
This is what happens if you have a Baldur's Gate party without the leader.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, you're the leader.
No, I thought he was the lead.
I thought I was the leader too.
I see the problem.
That's
think
what you get if
He's
you have a
talking
Baldur's
most.
Gate party where the leader is a rogue, essentially.
Yeah.
Even though he's not.
Essentially.
Even though he's not.
Yes.
I will creep up to the door
Yes.
and I will check and see if it is locked.
It's actually not.
Oh my goodness. I will stealthily open the door.
Okay, make me a stealth check, actually.
Okay. 22.
22. You open the door slightly without a noise. You lift it up a little bit so the hinges won't creak.
Put a bit of oil on them.
Yes. And then you look inside. There's a corridor. It's dimly lit just by 2 candlesticks on the walls. And you can see one broad, furry, muscled back going downstairs on the far end, near the front door. Someone going, we need to tell Montaron apart. They had me, and really they cut me apart, and I don't know what happened to Gurish.
Right. I think I know who that is.
Oh dear.
I will message everyone quickly. The escaped bugbear is here.
I will message back. Are you sure it's the escaped one?
Yes. Okay. So there's the corridor and there's the stairs, you said?
Yes.
Is there-
And there's also 2 doors left and right.
Okay.
Stairs down, stairs up, 2 doors.
Right.
And 3 doors, 4 doors, including the one you are using right now, and the front door.
The front door.
Right.
4 doors,
Okay.
2 stairs.
4 doors,
One
2
up,
doors.
1 down.
Okay.
So the way we came in, the window on the left had the
No,
bed.
the window on the
That's
right.
Oh, right. But the window on the left was dark.
Yeah. Both are dark, but you only peered into the one on the right because it
Okay.
was closer to the door.
So I'm guessing those
Right.
are the sleeping rooms.
Okay. I will try and go into the other room. I'll just try and creep in there.
Still going, yeah, you don't have to make a stealth check every time you move in the building because that would be tedious.
Yeah.
So you open that door slightly and you see another room just a little bit bigger than. You didn't see that one. It's a middle-sized room and there's 3 beds and 3 chests and a table with a few playing cards left on it.
Okay. And no occupants.
No.
Okay. I will then message everyone. The room on the left is unoccupied.
Okay.
Come in.
I'll let you go first. I'll go last.
I will stealthily attempt to
Yes.
follow.
Everyone give me 1 stealth check.
Oh, there we go. Disadvantage.
Cling clang.
Clang clang. Oh dear.
21.
2.
I guess disadvantage counts for me as well.
What kind of armor do you
What armor
20.
you-
I guess it's plate mail or
Yes,
something.
Yeah.
you've got
Okay.
half plate.
Yes.
Oh, it's not just me. Good.
And the fighters go cling cling.
Hey, that's more than me. What have you got on stealth? I've got -1.
I've got 2.
That's good. You're a dexterous one,
Yeah,
apparently.
I'm not very
Got
dexterous.
14 dexterity. Yeah.
Yes. He's just a fighter. You need charisma too.
Yeah.
So everything else.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
a fighter.
I'm a bit
I'm not
gank.
charismatic.
Wow.
God.
Yeah, I'm
Khalid is more than just a fighter. Okay.
Yeah, what else is he?
A friend.
A good husband.
Half elf.
But Jira would disagree.
So
but whatever.
actually, Zan moves rather stealthily inside, his hand on the moonblade, and follows Alan, and then the two of you try to go through the door at the same time. And basically crash your armored shoulders together with a lot of screeching and
Another
crashing.
awkward moment
sorry.
between the two of us.
And I would go last. I'm sorry though. You go
I
first.
closed the door to the room where.
And from you can hear
That
from the
was
other
probably
room,
wise.
the one you looked inside. What are you? Keep it down! And then you hear steps coming to the door to your right. What do you want to do?
I pull my crossbow.
Do we hear the steps as well behind the other door?
Passive perception 13, yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna stumble forward to try and get unstuck from the door frame.
Yes, you get unstuck from the
And
door
then draw my
frame.
sword.
Especially as Khalid moves half a step backwards and readies his
Okay.
weapon.
Ah, well, I like it better this way anyway. Okay, yeah.
The door opens and someone very bleary-eyed looks out. What
Can
do
I
you wanna do,
interject?
Zan? Yes.
When the door opens, can I open our door slightly and try to charm the guy?
Yes?
I wanted to shoot a crossbow bolt between his eyes.
So, roll initiative, both of you.
I mean, we know he's coming.
Shall
we
we-
had time to prepare, right?
Yes, it's just about which one of you
okay.
goes
Well then,
first.
One.
One.
Okay, I might be quicker than that.
Maybe.
Perfect.
So I'm at 3,
It's your initiative.
and you're 4. You're 5.
Okay. On
yeah.
5. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
but the one
yeah,
is
yeah,
always
yeah.
a fail.
Nice.
You react quickest very slowly.
Yes. Because I wanted to do that stealthily.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? There's a human male opening the door. He's very bleary-eyed. He's just basically wearing long johns, looking out.
Do I actually... I don't read... Because, like, Charm Person has that thing where after an hour they know they have been charmed and then they're probably going to look for
It's
us.
fine. You said you charm him. Just do it.
I could also try to just tell him to... I will just... Through a half-open door, I will tell him, it's fine, go to sleep, I'll take care of him.
And then I shoot him.
And then he shoots me. So
No, as I rolled a 1, I think I won't shoot him.
you shoot, like,
I'm
the ceiling or something.
prepared to shoot him, and then he stumbles in his pajamas and looks tired, and
You're like, maybe I shouldn't shoot an unarmed man.
Yeah, maybe.
He's just woken up.
So can I try to persuade him to go back to bed? And then roll a natural 1, and then all hell breaks loose?
I mean, there's also a full armored paladin in the corridors.
Yes, you can try and persuade him, but I'm going to warn you that it's going to be hard.
Okay, fine, then I will just charm the guy. I will cast Charm Person on the guy, and he has to
I'm
do
not sure whether that's just Eric's mood now or Zan's.
He's... Give me a wisdom save against DC 13.
A wisdom save against DC 13.
Turns out this is the wisest
9.
sneaky man. Oh,
Okay, so he is now charmed by me. For some reason, someone he can't see behind the door.
I thought it was a half-open door, and you kind of...
Yeah, okay, so he can just barely see behind the door. He's like, it's very friendly towards me now, and now I can tell him, it's fine, just go to bed, I'll take care of the guys.
Oh, are you coming too?
Not just yet. In a bit.
Oh, fine. I'll wait.
Just don't wait, I will wake you.
Very good. And closes the door.
I hate
again.
this.
I put the crossbow away.
Oh, nice one.
wowza.
A little more
Well done.
quiet now, maybe.
Wow. Tell you what,
Sorry.
Should I get
Again.
rid of my plate mail?
Yes. So now
No.
you gather in the empty room.
Well, that will take 10 minutes, so probably not.
Right. It will be allowed.
Okay,
Hold
so
on.
yeah, we go back
Yes.
and go.
What do you want to say? Tell me.
all whispered, of course. Right. It's probably not a good idea. You two, stay here.
Okay,
If there's trouble, we can message you.
very well,
We'll take a look round,
very well.
and we'll see what we find.
Oh, yes.
And you stay here. If we need you, we'll call for you.
Just as a heads up, there is a slight chance that in an hour there will be a very angry guard waking up in the other room.
That's
So-
all right. We can barricade the door. Also.
Do you need an hour?
We
No,
got,
no.
We got loads of time. It'll be fine.
Very well.
I hope not, but just in case we die or something.
Don't be
Just so you know.
pessimistic. Oh, come on, we're wasting time.
Okay.
Okay.
Lead the way.
So if they leave and we stay here, can we just have a very, very lengthy conversation that's awkwardly trying to find out who goes first?
Through the door?
Yeah. Just have this
Are we
really...
still standing in the door frame?
No, there's a room. But I would like us to have this like really sort of detailed, like, oh no, I mean, I can go first if you can go first, and then basically try to figure out in the end that you want to attack with a crossbow, so I guess I should go first through doors in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, but we probably take 10 minutes to arrive at that conclusion because it's
you.
You two
being very
talking.
polite.
Only
yes.
10 minutes?
It's probably going to take as long as they need to message
Yes,
you next.
exactly.
Good. So the two of you sneak out again. What do you want to do?
So we know
Upstairs, downstairs, other door, front door.
Well, we know what's in the other door. That's the front door. I say let's go up or down.
Where would they keep people?
Probably downstairs.
Probably downstairs.
But then there's probably the important people upstairs. So it depends what you want to do with first.
Pick one.
Downstairs then.
It doesn't matter.
No, wait. Let's go upstairs. Because if it goes wrong, we can jump out of the window.
Our decisive leader.
Okay.
Right. Upstairs.
Fine. Upstairs it is.
Sneak upstairs.
You sneak upstairs. It basically looks the same as downstairs. Only there's another story to the building. There's another corridor, but obviously no front and back door. And 2 rooms or 2 more corridors. At least there are doors.
Okay.
All right. Always go up a level. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we check out these doors or just carry on?
I mean, they won't just leave them in the corridor, so we probably have to, right?
Yes, I suppose. Just carry on up. Is that what you're saying? I'm slightly
Okay.
confused.
Fine. Yeah.
Let's carry on up. We'll go up again.
That's the top level
Yeah.
of the building, and going up there, you can hear a door closing just as you arrive on the landing.
Was the bugbear that I saw going upstairs or
No, he
downstairs?
was going
He
downstairs.
was going downstairs, okay. Right. Yeah, so we know there's a bugbear downstairs. Door closing on the top level. And another
Yes.
2 doors?
There are 2 doors. The one on the right just closed, and the one on the left actually has a plaque on it.
I go up to the door with the plaque. On the left.
No interruption while working on pain of death. M.
Made a plaque specifically for that.
Obviously, yeah, it's very
Gold
nicely,
embossed.
very nicely done, engraved.
Nice.
Can I just try to sort of listen or have my ear on the other door, try to get a sense of whether there's someone behind there and who?
The one with the plaque or the other one?
The other one.
The other one. Perception check.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Oof, that is a 9.
Nah, you're not sure.
Okay, I just sort of shrug.
Right. I kind of gesture to the door you're at. To kind of go, that one. I can also just message you. Let's go in that one. Because this one has a plaque on it. Whoever's in there is busy. There's a disturbance that might not come out.
Okay. I can basically message you. I don't hear anything, but that doesn't mean a whole lot.
Very true. Right. How are we going to do this? I need a plan. I need an angle. I'm probably having a conversation with you through message.
Oh boy.
I'm kind of talking to myself, but I'm messaging him because I feel the need to have someone to bounce ideas off. Dan's probably the worst person for that, but I still need to do it anyway.
He's basically going to tell you that all your ideas are terrible
Yes.
and you're going to die.
Well, it doesn't matter. I need to bounce off anyway. So, how about this? I can't disguise myself. I could just try and... We could knock. Or I could knock. And then we'll see who answers. And I can just try and talk my way in. I'm very good in these kind of situations. What do you think of that?
I might have made a grave error in following you up here. That's what I think about that.
I knock on the door.
Takes a moment, and then someone comes to the door, half undressed.
I don't want to be near the door
Yes,
when that
you,
happens.
you sign it away. The door opens. There's very tall human male on the other side, and he's looking down. And looking down, he probably, are you wearing your hood up or down?
I probably have my hood down now inside. I've probably got my cloak around me a bit, hood down, but I kind of like completely changed the expression on my face and probably alter my voice as well. So so he looks down just like, all right, I've been sent from downstairs. They said I should come and see you. Are you busy?
I was just going to. Who are you?
I'm new here.
You make a performance roll. Well, your performance goes.
18.
Ooh, that's a good performance.
Like keep exchanging people, yeah, but we'll keep dying. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, it happens in this line of work, doesn't it?
Welcome to Baldur's Gate.
Pleasure.
No, I was just going to bed. Are you looking for the place to sleep? Have you been told where your bed is?
No, actually, no. They were a bit vague on that point. They said I should come up here, but maybe they meant the floor down below.
Maybe. Well, there's empty beds here. There's Montaron's room over there. You're probably not going to sleep there.
All right. Yeah. No. Of course not. Not with him, eh? No.
Yeah, you're welcome to take a bed here. Yeah, can I help you with anything else?
Well, I'm like I said.
I'm Olaf, by the way.
Oh, name's Jimmy.
Jimmy. Oh, halfling names.
Jimmy Loafer. I love this. Yeah, nice to meet. No, I think I'll probably a bit presumptuous coming up to the top floor and taking the bed here. I'll just take one of the ones downstairs. And what exactly is in the basement down there? Because I thought I heard someone going down there and making some noise. Some big fella.
Oh, you haven't been introduced to what we actually do here?
No, not yet. No, it was all very
Yeah, the usual. Down there's the entrance to the other building where we keep the slaves, and also that's the room where Montaron does his work. That's not writing.
Right. Okay. Well.
So you probably, if you want to introduce yourself to him, then you better show you. He's probably downstairs right now.
He's probably down there. All right. Okay. Good. Well, thanks for the tip. Yeah. I'll make my way down. Yeah. Cheers. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you too. Don't piss off the other halfling.
No intention of that. I mean, he's got a bit of a reputation, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got a temper.
Yeah. Whew. All right. Close the door.
I can't believe that worked.
I can. Bards.
What?
Yeah.
His performance roll was an 18.
No, it's that's what he does. He's
That's what I do. That's what bards do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I imagine Zan got all of that.
Nice.
Message, let's go downstairs. Probably don't have to be too stealthy about it now because we've kind of got the in.
Also means Montaron is not in his room right now.
Yeah.
In this one.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Shall we have a quick look?
Ooh.
Or shall we wait until... Probably best to wait till we've actually dealt with him. Do you think? Maybe.
It might be trapped. That's true.
Yeah. Tell you what, let's deal with...
It should be trapped.
I mean, you know him better than I do.
It should be trapped.
Right, then...
Well, I've known him for like 2 days, but yes.
That's still better than I do.
No, for a couple minutes if we left him in the mines. But yeah, whatever.
That seemed like
That was enough. That was enough.
Yes.
That was enough to get all of this.
You probably went upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, waiting at the stairs for a little bit.
But yeah, I will come down and go back into our digs. The room we're all in. And I will still...
You just kept the tail end of the conversation.
Yes, so it's just like, good. And then I go first.
And then you can shoot from the back. Yes. Okay, good.
Right then. So...
You're back.
I'm back.
You're still alive.
I am still alive. Yes.
Khalid looks a bit surprised.
Yes, surprisingly.
You feel older.
Right, so, managed to find out a bit of information without causing a ruckus.
Very good.
That halfling fellow who apparently looks like me, what's his name?
Montaron.
Montaron. He's downstairs in the other building with, and I quote, the slaves. I know you two should absolutely be completely flabbergasted by this information. I myself am absolutely seething.
Wasn't that the whole point of us coming here?
Yeah, we wanted to save the slaves, I think.
Yes, good point. Well, now we know they're here. And he's probably also down there working right now. He's got a room upstairs, but we figured it's not a good idea to mess with that currently. So...
Cellar
Cellar
it
it is.
is.
And into the other room. Also, there's the bugbear down there that
Oh dear.
we saw earlier.
Right.
So...
Well, perhaps he still remembers, the Wrath of Helm, and perhaps we can persuade him to leave again.
He did run away last time.
There you go.
Right.
He's a coward.
Okay, let's go. And you had an important discussion. Who's going first?
I'm going first, and then he comes second.
Right.
Yeah.
Try and do it a bit quieter.
But
this
I'll
time.
follow you.
Right. Well, I tell you what.
So I'm going to go last.
You're going to go last, right?
Oh, I see. So you go first.
I'll go first.
I'll follow you.
Follow me. Just give it a moment or two.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Then I'll go out the door.
I'll wait a moment. In my head, I go 21, 22, 23, and then I follow him.
Yeah.
You count to
Draw
20.
the crossbow again.
Yes. So, and then?
Does not go into the other room. No, he's out behind them.
Yeah. I didn't think you would.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
So
Slight
you go
distraction.
downstairs. And
Hopefully stealthily.
yeah, you end up in a cellar tunnel that just leads, if you're orienting yourself on the map, it would lead east towards the other building. It's slightly damp, and you can hear voices from ahead. And there's also a door standing slightly ajar, and you can see light on the other side.
Oh wait, do we have one of those parties where only one person actually requires light to see, or do we have a party where
Yeah.
Dark vision.
Oh no,
no
half
half elf,
half elf.
full elf?
Full elf.
Halfling, but no dark vision.
So we are one of those
We are,
parties where exactly one person actually needs light. Perfect.
However, I do have candles. So
I was just checking because
it's
damp
one of those,
cellar and stuff.
Okay.
I will probably. I mean, is it like completely pitch black down there?
No. There, for one, there's actually another candlestick that's mounted on the wall, and also the door at the end of the tunnel is slightly ajar and light
And there's
is
like
spilling
light
through.
and that's the only way to go, basically.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just thinking I could try and jammy my way in there, but at the same time, yeah, I will light a candle and sort of wander down towards the door.
And as you arrive at the door, you can hear on the other side a and then a sudden loud shriek
Oh God.
and weird stabbing noises and something like sucking. Someone gulping down something slobbery like a milkshake.
I don't.
She
have
didn't
this.
actually tell us the thing she picked up.
Yes, I did.
No,
I
you
said there's
did.
spiders, and you said they eat.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a conversation.
Right. I remember. Sorry.
Or very big flies.
Yes.
I will
Oh,
wait
right.
for everyone else to catch up before I set foot into this room.
Yeah, I am right behind you,
But
banging my elbows against the wall and things like that.
yeah.
Well, you said slightly quieter than before.
It is slightly quieter
Slightly.
than before.
Okay. Well, that doesn't sound good. We should probably stop whatever it's happening in there.
All right.
Of
Nodding
course.
Open the door.
encouragingly.
Yes.
Blow out the
Towards
candle.
the giant spiders, please.
So you open the door.
Kill the evil.
What you see is a room that's obviously meant for working and tallying. There's a table and there's a few boxes and things on the table. Behind the table is a halfling. Dark hair, slightly bushy sideburns, dark coat, few stabby weapons stashed around the person who's looking slightly bored down at a bugbear who's being eaten by a giant spider at the moment.
Oh, well, that's one problem. solved.
Behind him,
Do we know that bugbear?
you know the bugbear. And you also know the halfling that's
Yeah, and
offered
they
in
do
Montaron.
look extremely alike, right?
Yes, they do. Absolutely.
So
And-
you're basically looking into a mirror, just
I am going to be very confused.
And behind Montaron is another bugbear guard who's, the only places in his face that are not covered by fur is his snout, and that seems pale, looking down at the other bugbear being digested.
Okay. So as I come in, I've kind of blown out the candles, see this, I go, oh, sorry, this isn't the canteen.
It's, usually it's not the canteen, but today, for bad guards, it is.
I like that. I like your idea. It's very good.
Who are you, anyway?
The name's Jimmy Lowfoot.
Are you working for me? I would remember you working for me.
Oh, I'm new here. I just met a guy upstairs, Orlaf or something his name was. He's a nice fellow.
He's an idiot.
You should give him a promotion.
under my breath I go, the guard is so dead.
So I was just behind the door and I thought we were storming.
Halflings busy exchanging barbs. Yeah. Yes, very good. Well, nice canteen you got here. Not sure about the spider though. Not the biggest fan.
Oh, so
I prefer scorpions myself.
you don't know the deal we have with the elf.
Deal with the elf. I mean, I
You
might do.
seem to be so new here that you don't know what we're doing. I think you'd better end up dead. I don't like your face.
The irony.
What about him?
He doesn't seem to look in the mirror a lot. And he clicks his fingers, points at the spider that rears up. Well, you can't tell what the spider's actually looking at with eyes all around.
Mm-hmm.
But
Everything is the answer.
twitches his pity pops and he says, "No, make me call you proud, little one, and eat him too." And the spider turns around.
Oh dear.
Swing.
Swing!
No, wait, swords don't make that noise in real life.
But this isn't real life.
Mine does.
Magic swords can.
Magic swords can.
Mind that.
So we're just quickly going to set up the scene.
Cool.
And we'll be back once it's done. So, the new situation is set up, and we also already have rolled initiative to get it out of the way, and Zan is going first,
Oh, great.
being the last in line,
Oh, great.
Excellent.
position-wise.
Okay, what's the range on that? It only holds a minute. Do I want to do that? I want to do that. I need to do that. 60 feet. Can I see Montaron? Not from there, right?
No. Actually, yes. He's very tiny behind his table.
So I can move up.
Don't
Sorry,
get them
sorry.
confused.
Yes. Sorry.
That's not Montaron. That's Alan.
Yes, but can I see Montaron from here?
Now you can see Montaron.
Okay.
You don't look the same. I have a perfect image in my head.
I am so going to regret standing there.
Yes. Probably.
But I'm going to cast Whole Person on Montaron.
Are you standing within
Oh.
5 feet of me? I think you are.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Good for
Absolutely.
you.
So I'm going to just pull out a straight piece of iron from my component pouch, let it hover in the air, it kind of hums, mutter a few arcane words, and point to Montaron. And then he hopefully does not save against my Whole Person spell.
Very, very impressive.
So he needs to make what kind
Wisdom
of saving?
13.
Against wisdom against 13. So what's your wisdom, Montaron? That's a 7.
It worked.
It worked! Okay, of course it did. So Montaron is now paralyzed for a minute.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, he is now paralyzed for a
Okay.
minute. So 10 rounds.
Nice.
Paralyzed is the worst.
That is the worst.
Yes,
Worst
that was the whole point.
worst condition to be in.
Yeah.
Very good.
He suddenly he goes very stiff,
Well,
and yeah, the similarity to Alan disappears for some reason now that he is unable to move and speak and something, and he basically looks like a puppet that's dangling from one string.
wow.
But the spider already has its orders.
Oh,
Luckily for you, the spider rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So it's slightly disoriented and there's still feed dripping from her pedipalps.
It's in a slight food coma.
Yes.
Doesn't
The creature
quite know.
seems to be a little hesitant to leave its meal alone. But the bugbear goes, I hate you!
Very eloquent.
And which one is he going to shoot? He's going to shoot Zan.
Oh, great.
Is an 11 going to hit you?
No.
Yes. So the huge arrow from this bugbear bow goes past you, and you can hear it whispering past your elven ear. And
But
it goes clink.
the mage armor protects me.
Yes. Clinks against the wall behind you and falls down, shattered. Next is Montaron himself, and he just goes,
Yeah.
Alan!
You can save at the end of all of your turns.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Yeah, I was going to say.
and he's free again.
I hate this spell so much.
He lost his turn, though.
He lost his turn.
Yeah, he lost his turn though.
Why
Because
did you cast this spell if you hate it?
It's very
is
useful.
that not obvious?
No.
Because he hates himself.
Yes. Because someone decided that an enchanter is a very good mage specialization. So no evocation
Someone.
spells.
I mean, you stole his turn, so you know.
Yeah.
Yep, but I could have stolen
But you waited
10.
your turn to.
10.
Still, it's Alan's turn. Alan, and Max now had a few seconds to think about what he wants to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Evil halfling drops back down and creaks his neck.
Considering the order that the spider has been given, I will. I will move.
You will foff.
I will foff. I will move into the room slightly, just round in front of the door, just so other people can get in. And I will look at the spider, and I will just kind of say under my breath, "Oh, you're an ugly bugger, aren't you?" And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
You're mocking the spider. Doesn't the creature need to have a level of intelligence?
If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Just as a creature I can see.
Saving throw against,
13.
and it barely doesn't make it.
Okay.
It's
Then
not
it,
very wise, the spider.
then it takes 1d4 psychic damage and has disadvantage on its next attack roll. 1 psychic damage.
1 psychic damage for the spider.
I insulted it even though it couldn't understand me.
Which is
And it
interesting because it's Montaron spider, and yet it still hurts when you
Yeah.
insult it.
Twitches one of its pedipalps and kind of turns slightly sideways as if it's trying to understand the nasty words you are hurling towards it. Khalid!
Have sympathy for the spider that's going to eat me.
Sorry, the way she said it.
Can I shoot at the spider, or is Zan blocking the way?
No, you can shoot the spider, I'd say. Zan is not very...
Wide.
Yes. He's a slim little half-elf.
He's a
No, full elf.
Full elf. He's a slim little full elf.
Okay, then I shoot at the spider.
Shoot the spider. Go ahead.
24.
bloody
That's
hell.
it.
23, sorry.
That's
Oh.
still a hit.
1d8.
Ah.
3.
Seriously.
Yes.
Gwyn,
Yes.
you're
Death
the...
by 1,000 cuts is what they say to that.
Yes.
Well, I think. Yeah, I think seeing as the spider seems to me the biggest threat at the moment because it's a huge monster, I will attack the spider as well.
Good. So you move
So
forward
move
into
forward.
melee.
Yeah.
combat.
Down, foul beast!
First I'm ugly, then I'm foul.
I am also going to channel divinity again.
Mhm.
So while shouting that, my sword begins to
Glows.
glow golden and emit a bright light and becomes a magical weapon, in case that makes a difference. And I can add my charisma modifier to my attack rolls. So that's a 19, that's a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
And the spider takes 6 slashing damage.
Poor. Wow.
Yeah. One of the pitipalps flies away, and the thing makes a low chittering sound because it hardly can make any other sounds, and its legs twitch in pain. And then it's the turn of the spider, and since you hacked away one of the pitipalps, it's going to go for a different attack, and it actually lifts up and brings its lower body forwards and starts moving its legs, spinning and throwing webbing at you, trying to entangle you with its spider silk and rolling at you. It doesn't hit.
I'll hide behind my shield.
Yes. So you suddenly have a nice little curtain of spider silk on your shield, but that's basically all that happens.
It had disadvantage. by the way.
Yeah, I think you're going to decide
It
this
didn't need
fight
it,
didn't
for
need
you pretty quickly, or going to lose it pretty quickly, depending on Montaron. And we are going to find out who's going away as the victor next time, because that's all for today. Thank you very much for playing.
Thank you.
Thank you for the enemy.
So that's it for the session today, and this is going to be the last time you see me live for quite some time. So I just realized, for one thing, not enough hamster noises, and also this was actually not the session where we put all the stuff in the dungeon. Between this session and the next one, we kind of went on a decoration spree, and there's going to be a lot more stuff in Montaron's hidden little chamber. Yeah, so hamster noises and small animals companions are kind of a thing in all our D&D streams and also in other streams that we do. For some reason, they have become a very important bit of what we're doing in live streams. And I also used to have hamsters, which I loved a lot. Unfortunately, they don't live that long, but I could kind of build up a vocabulary of different weird little noises you can do even with human teeth. Yeah, hamsters, very important for me and for Baldur's Gate, and the book also offers stats for hamsters, which I think is simply awesome if you want one. And yes, Speak with Animals is a very important spell, which has been used a lot in other campaigns that we did. Julia is our master, or rather mistress, of the Speak to Animals stuff, and she basically talks her way around every situation by getting squirrels and other little things to do her work and her bidding. hamster noises. Not feeling weird at all. Yes. And, next time, this is not going to be live, and it's going to be a really, really, really short intro of but a minute, because the next session is actually going to be 2 hours long, and so just a heads up, of course, we're going to finish the scene with Montaron, and there's going to be a little bit of player wrangling, because there was a metagaming mishap, where some people thought I hinted at something else and didn't go someplace where following someone would have started the next scene. So there's going to be a bit of a skip and a hop and going to the next place and letting them fail forward. So that's why you're going to see next week. I'm going to hand over the session and the intro to the lovely people at Wizards of the Coast, who are going to take care of that. So thank you to my players. Thank you especially to Nico, who was both the player and behind the scenes for the session. And thank you to the people at Wizards of the Coast. Thank you to the people at Arcanum Works, at Beamdog, at Scott Buckley, who did the music, and everyone right now here in the chat, and the moderator. And now I'm going to log off and let you wait for the PAX panel with Chris Perkins et al. Okay, thank you very much, and see you next year. Bye.